This exercise is the second of the Be Do Have exercises and a powerful tool for creating, with intention, a new avatar or character to be. Choosing a new way of being then determines what to do, which allows you to finally have what you believe that that character deserves. In this activity, we'll identify positive and negative attributes or characteristics of the current identity and positive attributes of a new identity. For this activity, you're going to need a piece of paper. Now, most people write on a piece of paper vertically. I want you to orient that paper horizontally or landscape. And then we're going to start writing things down. Pause this video and take a moment to recreate the chart you see on your screen on your paper. Now, in the leftmost column, write down your 5 best or most positive attributes, traits, or characteristics. If you get stuck, you can think about the person that you most admire or respect. What are some positive attributes, traits, or characteristics that they hold? Take your time, pause as you need to, get 5 traits, attributes, or characteristics. Typically, 1 or 2 words here is best. We want you to take your time with this. Now, in the middle column, write down your 5 negative traits, attributes, or characteristics. Again, if you get stuck, this time you can think about the person that you least admire. What are some negative attributes or characteristics that they hold? Write those down. Same deal, 1 to 2 words is best here. Again, pause the video and give yourself time to complete this step. Okay, now I want you to take a moment to look at the 10 attributes that you've written down under your old way of being. You can think about this like your current state. Now, pretend that you have a friend named Todd. And these 10 attributes, these are the only things that you know about Todd. What's 1 word that you would use to surmise Todd? Write that 1 word under your old way of being. This may take some time to come up with, and that's okay. Pause this video as needed. See your screen for a completed example up to this point as well. Next, you're going to take your 5 negative attributes from the middle column and write the inverse, the other side of the coin, in the rightmost column, your new way of being positive column. Now, these can be direct translations. Examples, dishonest to honest, or they could be indirect, like dishonest to authentic. Take some time here, pause the video to complete this step. Now, take a moment to look at those 5 attributes that you've written down under your new way of being. You have another friend. Let's pretend that this friend's name is Theo, and these are the only 5 things that you know about Theo. What's 1 word that you would use to describe or surmise Theo? Write that 1 word under your new way of being. Again, take your time and pause as needed. Finally, I want you to write your name after each of your summary words. Your completed chart should resemble this example. Okay, now the fun part. We have 2 avatars. One that represents our old way of being or current state, and one that represents our new way of being, the character that we're ready to step into and create. The beautiful thing about your new way of being is that you actually get to keep the positives from both your old way and your new way of being. So go ahead and draw a line from both positives to that new way of being name. And now it's time to have some fun. I want you to write down and answer the following questions. How does my new way of being show up? How does this person dress? How do they speak? How do they spend their free time? What does this person do? What does this person not do? What did they say yes to? What did they say no to? For example, when I went through this exercise, I decided that Ambitious Cody doesn't wear bracelets. No whoops, no bands, no watches. I also decided that Ambitious Cody ties his shoes. I'm the type of person who would work out without my shoes tied. The weekend after doing this exercise, I went home and I cleaned out my closet. I threw away around 20 to 30 shirts. All of my old CrossFit shirts, all of my old shirts from the gym that I used to own, because I realized that Ambitious Cody doesn't live in the past. The purpose of this step is to create a new avatar. Think of it like a character in a book or the character in a movie. You want to create the details of your new way of being so that you can be invested in the character that you're creating. Now, the final step of this activity is to acquire a totem or create an anchor to remind yourself daily of your new way of being. Whatever you choose, it should be accessible and visible every day for the next 6 weeks. A totem is a physical object. This could be a piece of jewelry, a piece of art, a statue or a bust, a tattoo, a wallpaper on your phone, or writing your new way of being word on your hand. Ideally, this should be a new item to you. An anchor is an action. Now we're going to use an anchor as a pattern interrupt. It takes something that you're already doing and does it differently. Here's an example: brushing your teeth with the opposite hand, putting your fork down in between bites, using statements of affirmation like "I am a leader" on your way to work. This should be low friction, something that you're already doing done differently. For this step, avoid an extremely new habit like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, especially if you're the type who currently wakes up at 8 a.m. Or adding in a 10-minute meditation practice every day when you already don't have a regular practice. Now, it takes a couple of days for you to establish a totem or an anchor, and that's okay. As you move forward with your new way of being and the beliefs about who that person is, making decisions, so the doing, in alignment with your new way of being becomes even easier. And over time, this will allow you to have the things and accomplish the goals that you believe this person deserves.